Hello friends, welcome to C Astrology. My name is Rajesh Babbar. So today I'll taking a very important subject, marriage. What are the planets which are responsible for your marriage, and without the help of these planets marriage cannot take place. So there are 4 to 5 important planets which you have to take into consideration when you read a chart and decide when the person is going to get married. So this I'll explain you in this video with the help of one example. Also take a male chart and explain you according to the transiting planets how the person got married and why those planets are important. And you can also take month of the marriage into calculation with the help of those planets. This I will take up in the coming videos, like timing of marriage, month of marriage, and even day of marriage. So before I begin my video, I pray to Lord Ganesha and Lord Shanidev help us learn this divine knowledge of Nadi astrology. Very soon I'll be posting videos on Vedic astrology as well. So those who are learning astrology from the beginning, you can follow my channel. These videos will be very helpful when you are learning basics of Vedic astrology. As regular, I'll be posting Nadi videos also. So let's begin our topic, marriage. So which are the 4 important planets which you have to take into consideration? I'll explain you the logics also behind them. What is the logic behind them? So the first planet is Lord Jupiter. This is very important because Jupiter is the life force as per Bhrigunandi Nadi, and Jupiter is also the priest, or you can call it the Panditji, who solemnizes your marriage. Whatever your religion is, it doesn't matter. Jupiter has to play a very important role. In Hindu mythology, Jupiter, as I told you, is Panditji. In Christianity, Jupiter becomes a priest. In Muslim religion, Jupiter becomes Maulviji, and in Sikhism, it becomes your Guru. So for marriage, Jupiter is really very important. Without Jupiter, marriage cannot be solemnized, or without a priest, marriage cannot take place. So that is why Jupiter is really very important. Second, the most important planet, without this marriage can never happen, that is Ketu. Why Ketu? Lot of people will be thinking Ketu is a malefic planet, he is a separative planet, he is a planet of salvation and moksha. But on the other side of Bhrigunandi Nadi, Ketu is a planet of Mangal Sutra. In Hindu mythology, the ladies wear a Mangal Sutra around their neck, that is signified by Ketu. In Christianity, Ketu signifies the ring which is worn by the couple, and then the priest solemnizes the marriage. In some other religions, in Hindu mythology also, Ketu is white cloth, because lot of religions they practice marriage like this, that one side the boy is standing, other side the girl is standing, and there is a white cloth in between. Then some rituals are followed. This is also followed in, I think, Muslim community also. So that cloth is represented by Ketu. And in Sikhism also you will see the divine book of Lord Guru Nanak Dev Ji is kept between the couples, and then the marriage is solemnized. So Ketu is very important when marriage timing is calculated, because without the Mangal Sutra, or without the ring, or without that cloth, marriage cannot happen. So second most important planet is Ketu. Now the third, Venus. Venus is also a very important planet. Venus is the wife of the native. If you are taking a male chart into consideration, if you are studying a female chart, then she is the native himself. So Venus is very important. Fourth important planet is Mars. Mars also plays a very important role when marriage is calculated, because without Mars also the month of the marriage cannot come into picture. So these four planets are really, really very important, and during the timing of marriage, all these planets are connected to each other in one way or the other. In this, we use dispositor theory also, that is also very important. For example, Ketu is placed in a particular sign, so you have to see the lord of that sign where it is placed. It must be connected with Venus or Mars or with Jupiter. In any form, all these four planets must be connected with each other or must be connected with the natal Venus or Mars, Jupiter, Ketu. There must be some connection. So this I'll explain you with the help of one example. And the last important planet is Moon and Saturn. Moon is important to calculate the Muhurta, and Saturn is the planet of action. So everything, when it is finalized, Saturn comes into picture and it takes action, and the marriage is happened or marriage takes place. So now I'll take an example of a male chart. So this is a beautiful birth chart of a male native. The marriage took place on 13th of November 2019, and due to some reasons I am not sharing the birth details, but I'll share the transit transiting planets on the day of marriage. So on 13th of November 2019, Jupiter was in Sagittarius, Ketu was in Sagittarius, Mars in Libra, Venus in Scorpio, and Saturn in Sagittarius. We will take all these five planets into consideration, and Moon is always considered important for Muhurta. So, Moon here I am not taking into consideration, only these four planets and how they are connected to the natal planets, that I'll explain you. So the first and the foremost planet, Jupiter. So you can see in this birth chart, or here also in South Indian birth chart, in transit, Jupiter was in Sagittarius on the day of marriage. Jupiter was in Sagittarius. So now this Jupiter has to be connected with Venus somehow or the other. How this Jupiter is connected to Venus, that I'll explain you. Moon is placed in Sagittarius and Venus is placed in the moon sign. So indirectly Venus is connected with Jupiter. Jupiter is connected with Venus. So when Jupiter comes in Sagittarius, Venus is activated. Because it is a male chart, so the wife of the native is that is the right time. So because it is a male chart, so we have to focus on Venus and Mars both. So Venus activated by Jupiter, so the priest comes into picture. Second, Ketu. Ketu is also very important because when you marry, you Ketu is also very important, as I told you, because I told you before it is Mangal Sutra. So Ketu also was placed in Sagittarius on the day of marriage. Same rule applied here. It is connected with Venus, and also it is connected with natal Mars. You can see natal Mars is in Aries. Here natal Mars is in Aries. So Ketu is connected with natal Mars and natal Venus both. Third planet, Mars. This helps you calculate the month of the marriage. Mars in Libra. When Mars comes in Libra, it is automatically connected with the natal Mars. Mars in Libra aspects the natal Mars. Mars transit in Libra aspects the natal Mars. So this is how these planets are connected, and Mars is placed in the sign of Venus also. This is the other method. Last we will take Venus. Venus is in Scorpio in the sign of Mars, and in as it makes a trinal conjunction with natal Venus. So as you can see, all the planets which I have explained you, the four major planets for marriage, they are connected to Venus somehow or the other. So the marriage is solemnized. Last, Saturn, because Saturn has to take action. Saturn is also placed in Sagittarius on the day of marriage. So the rule is same. Saturn aspects Mars. Saturn has a connection with Venus. So why Venus and Mars? Venus is wife, Mars is husband. If you are analyzing a male chart, then you have to see Venus because wife. If you are analyzing a female chart, then you have to see Mars, the husband, and the Venus, Ketu, Jupiter, as I have told you before. So very simply, this I have explained you, but I'll come up with more videos in near future related to marriage. In that, I'll explain you the timing of marriage. For timing of marriage, we have to take distance of Jupiter and Venus and distance of Jupiter and Mars. What is the distance? In which particular rounds of Jupiter those that distance will be activated and the timing of marriage will be happened. Second, because these four planets, Jupiter, Ketu, Mars, Venus, they are very important for marriage. Out of these three planets, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, if they are severely afflicted in the birth chart, this can delay marriage. So, whenever you analyze the chart looking for combinations of marriage, always focus on these three planets Mars, Venus, Jupiter. If there is severe affliction to any one of the planet, it can delay marriage. If Saturn afflicts Mars or Saturn afflicts Venus also, and Jupiter is not in picture or Jupiter does not cast aspect on Venus or Mars, then it can delay marriage. So there are a lot of combinations which I'll be bringing up in the coming videos. So I'm going to end my session here. Hope everybody is fine, well, and enjoying the new year 2025. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.